Well, hey there, my name's Jeff. If you're new here, welcome to the show. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. One of you guys said, hey, would you do a video about E.L.F? And this is a stock that I've been hearing about for years on other financial YouTubers' channels. It was, I think, a really hyped up stock a few years ago because the stock price just went up and up and up really fast. And this year, the up has been followed by a down, and I think a lot of people are looking at this stock and thinking, is this a good time to buy? Like, is this a good stock? And people like other people's opinions, maybe mine, so I am happy to share with you guys what I think about E.L.F stock. And before we get going here, these are just my opinions. This is not financial advice. While I may have some good ideas about this, I could also be wrong. So, at the start here, I want to show you what I did. Look at this, E.L.F, E.L.F. This here is something that I bought because I didn't want to just go into this E.L.F video talking about stocks and prices and stuff like that, financials, without actually trying this stuff out. So I went and I bought some of this. This is E.L.F Holy Hydration Skin Cream. And you may wonder, why would I get face cream? Well, I searched Amazon for SPF 30 sunscreen because I'm outside a lot. I play a lot of tennis, and this fair skin here does not do well under the bright lights for a long period of time under the sun. So I needed sunscreen, and I thought, okay, I'm going to buy this E.L.F product and give it a whirl, give it a try. So this is what's inside. I like it. It's a very pretty little canister here. And E.L.F, first of all, for E.L.F, stands for eyes, lips, and face. Because this company specializes in eye, lips, face, and skin products. And I really, I like this stuff, by the way. I got this as sunscreen, so for going outside, like for going out, playing tennis, going to the beach, whatever. But what I found is that this stuff is not stinky, and it goes on, it's very like moisturizing and hydrating. So once you get it on, it actually feels pretty good. Your face feels pretty good. By the way, not sponsored. E.L.F has not given me a single penny, and this video is just my learning a little bit about the product before we get into it. So what I like about this is it goes right into your skin. It's a moisturizer, but it has the sun protection factors built into it so that if you're out in the sun, your face is protected. Doesn't get all, damaged and stuff like that. Okay, so what do I think about this? Okay, first of all, it's broadly available in Target stores all across the country, and so that's a great distribution network for this company that they're in Target. They, I think, make a point of promoting themselves as affordable beauty care. So it's really low cost, it's inexpensive compared to some of the luxury brands like, say, Sephora or L'Oreal or some of the others, maybe ULTA Beauty. So that you can buy this inexpensively, at Target or wherever else online you might buy E.L.F products. And then, you're not paying a lot of money for a product that's essentially, they're saying, the same as what the luxury brands are charging an arm and a leg for. So I just got curious because, I like to kind of understand things. And what I'm going to say right here, I think is the crux of this video about E.L.F. And we'll answer, would I buy the stock of E.L.F? I think all of these health and beauty and skincare companies are marketing machines. That's what they are. Because I think that what they're selling is essentially the same stuff. For example, when I look on the back of this little container here, it says made in China, designed in the United States. So maybe their graphic designers choose the color scheme and the font and all this stuff, and they have a formulation, right, for what's going to be in. But this is all manufactured in China, sent back here to the US, and sold at Target or online or wherever people buy this stuff. So the question is this any better than, as the product, than what you'd get from any other company? What I found is, I'm back here. So what I found is there's not a big difference. Now here's a package of sunscreen that I got just a couple weeks ago at Trader Joe's. And when I compare the ingredients, I'm not going to read them because there's nothing more boring than somebody reading you an ingredient list. I will tell you that there are 4 active ingredients in the Trader Joe's sunscreen, and they are the exact same 4 active ingredients that are in this little package here of E.L.F. And that to me, if you want to screenshot it or look closely, that to me shows that you're not actually paying for some incredible product, something very special that you can't get elsewhere. It's just telling me that E.L.F. has packaged this as a fancy schmancy Sephora competitor that you can buy at Target for $15 instead of paying $50. But you could also go to Trader Joe's and buy this for $7 or $5 or whatever it costs at Trader Joe's. By the way, I really like this Trader Joe's stuff. It was recommended to me by one of the people I photographed. She was very attractive, had beautiful skin. I said, "What is the secret to your healthy, beautiful skin?" And she said, "Sunscreen." And I said, "Where do you get it?" She said, "Trader Joe's. They have the best one." She said, "It rivals all of the most expensive sunscreens, moisturizers, and it's really cheap." So that's when I found out about this. So let's get into the stock. Enough about how amazing this product is on my face. And yeah, I'm not sponsored, but if they want to throw some money my way, eye, lips, and face. This, by the way, is Burt's Bees, another brand that makes great stuff for your lips and other stuff. I like this. It's got coconut. Coconut is one of my favorite flavors, along with like mango. I love mango. And I love me some mint chip ice cream. Mint chocolate chip, can't beat it. All right, so let's get into the stock. At the get-go, here's my most valuable lesson for you guys as investors. Be very careful of investing in businesses that don't have any moat, okay? Because if you don't have something that protects your company from competition, kind of a durable competitive advantage, no one else is making this thing just like you are. If you don't have the moat, then other companies can come along and take your customers by offering lower prices or a better product or whatever. And you have no way of like keeping others from eating away into your customer base. Now, E.L.F., okay, I think they have a lot of competition. Like, as I just showed you, you can buy stuff at other stores. It's the same stuff inside. I think that E.L.F. is competing against L'Oreal, which is a brand name that's been around for a long time, has really good brand recognition. They're competing on the high end against companies like Sephora, and they're also competing against ULTA Beauty. Now, E.L.F., looking at the financials today, the market cap is $5.8 billion, so it's a mid-cap company, and they're profitable. So I think that's a really good sign. I hate talking about companies that haven't yet made money because I don't like investing in startups. If you're not profitable yet, it's like a total gamble. So it's a profitable company. Their price to earnings ratio is 50, and that is really high. I remember doing a video for you guys about Celsius, the energy drink. And when I first did a video, I think the stock was at like $60 or $50 or something like that. And I looked at the PE and it was high. It was higher than 50. And I remember saying, you know, it's a great drink. I love drinking it. But in my view, this is a crazy high price to pay for this company. And sure enough, over the next several months, the stock came down in price from 60 to 50 to 40 to like high 30s to low 30s. I think it dipped into the 20s. So being aware of price and not paying too much is, I think, a key here. So E.L.F. has that 5.8 billion market cap, but the 50 PE seems high to me. Now, I looked at the assets and the liabilities for this company. They have been growing their assets. This is a good sign to me as an investor. They've grown them from $300 million in assets in 2022 to $477 million in 2023 to $531 million as of June of this year. So they're growing their assets, so their balance sheet is getting stronger, and their liabilities have increased from $108 million in 2022 to $299 million in 2023. and they're essentially unchanged this year. They're at 300 million. I'm not really concerned about the ratio of their assets to liabilities, but here's what's to keep in mind. They do have total debt of $262 million. So that's about half of their assets. It's manageable, but it's a lot of debt. And it's something that I keep in mind. Now let me make a comparison. Let's look at ULTA Beauty. Now this company has freestanding stores throughout the country. I've noticed a lot of them are at malls, and so they have actual locations within stores, within malls. They are a much larger company. They're a $17.8 billion market cap company, so they are triple the size of E.L.F. Their PE is 14.8. So keep in mind, it's 1/3 as expensive, because we're comparing a 50 PE to E.L.F., which is basically the market expecting that this company is going to grow really fast and catch up with that high price, that the earnings will grow. But with ULTA, you're getting a really low price for their earnings. The other thing to keep in mind is ULTA Beauty has no debt, and that is very attractive. That is like somebody who has a bunch of credit cards and owns a house, but they pay off their credit cards in full every month, and their mortgage for their house is paid for. So they are financially in a situation where I don't think ULTA Beauty has to worry about keeping up with loan payments or paying off its debt. They're in great shape financially. As far as assets go, they are about $2.8 billion in assets. Their liabilities are half that, about 1.5 or 1.6 billion. But again, this is, to me, something that seems very manageable and under control. I'm not saying that E.L.F. is in any danger of going under. It's just probably not going to be as resilient if we have any kind of a shakeup in the stock market, or if the economy goes through a slow spot. So anyways, I think just in kind of recapping this whole thing, I think that all of these makeup and kind of beauty companies are without moats. I don't think any really own a very strong hold on the customer. And I think it's very possible, say, in 1 or 2 or 3 years, that a new company pops up and gets really hot on social media, and everyone's talking about it on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or whatever. And then people might find that that's more exciting than E.L.F. And E.L.F. doesn't really have any way to keep its customers, because I think there's no switching cost. Like, you go out and buy, lip balm or something for your face or sunscreen at E.L.F., and then the next time you can just switch, which is different than, say, if you have your car insurance with Geico and then you think, maybe I should switch to Progressive. Well, that's going to take you several hours or maybe a couple of days to switch your car insurance. So a lot of people who insure with one car insurance company stay with them for 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years, because the switching cost is kind of high. But with this health and beauty products, I think it's really easy to get sick and tired of a brand and want to try another. Customers are fickle. So those are my thoughts about this. Also comparing E.L.F., I think, to a couple other companies, all right? Celsius brands, we were just talking about them a little while ago. The Celsius company is a little bit bigger. It's a $7.3 billion company. Their PE now is down to 29.48. So Celsius brands, much less expensive price to earnings compared to E.L.F., just if you wanted to compare the cost of the stock to the earnings. And then another one is Crocs, the footwear manufacturer. Crocs is a $6 billion company, so a little larger than E.L.F., and their PE is 7.8. So with the Crocs situation, you're really not paying a very high price for that stock relative to its earnings when you compare it to E.L.F., which is 50. So obviously, investors are paying a lot when they buy E.L.F. stock. Whether they are paid back for that by having the stock price go up a lot in the next several months or years is anybody's guess, which is why I say that This video is really my own opinion about these things, but not financial advice, because I have no idea where this stock or any stock is going to go in the future. Don't believe anybody who tells you that any stock is going to go up or down, because nobody knows. Anything can happen in markets. So my take-home message here is, this is just what I personally do, but I think it's a great idea for you guys as investors who are learning and trying to get better at this. Look for companies with moats. Look for a company that is doing something very specialized and doing it in a way that it's really hard to put them out of business. It's really hard to take their customers, because you will not find many companies in your lifetime that have these moats. But the truly excellent companies have them, and every year they grow or widen their moats to make it tougher. Like a moat around a castle, they make it deeper, they put more crocodiles in there, they put more alligators, they put animals in there to keep the invaders out, keep the competition away, and take care of their customers, get those customers coming back again and again and buying more and more stuff. And that's the way companies succeed. I have invested in a bunch of companies in my lifetime, and whenever I look back at the stocks that have done the best, they always have a durable competitive advantage that lasts for years. And all they have to do is build it and grow it, make their customers really happy, and keep on innovating with new products, new services that people like. It's very hard to find these companies. So if you're able to find just 2 or 3 in your whole lifetime, you're doing really well. So great to see you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this. If you have any thoughts or comments or ideas about anything I talked about, put it in the comment section below. I always love to hear from you guys. If you're not yet a subscriber, please tap that little subscribe button. You get an alert whenever I make a new video. And if you haven't yet liked this video, what are you waiting for? Hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.